Today we're here at Englishtown. It's the man, the goat, the legend, the myth himself. If you don't know who this is the great Chris Knapp. Shout out to him and his family for letting us spar the track for a few hours today. And I'm always on a set of courses, so hopefully we do something good today.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
your time. And how was the event for last weekend? How did everything go for you guys? And
It went pretty good. It took
yeah.
a little bit of time to get through everything. We actually got more drivers than I think we've gotten since 2020 when no one had anything to
Was
do.
it 32 on the grid?
Yeah, it was 32, which I don't
Yeah.
think we've seen above 32 since COVID. So, which is fantastic.
Guys, if you guys ever want to come to a course, East Coast Drifting, explain to them a little bit just what you do, how many hours you offer, a session, whatever.
Yeah,
If
so
anybody feel like you don't know,
anytime you guys want, just hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you over some dates that I have. We
what's
do
up over there?
do 2-hour sessions. I found that if we go over 2 hours, it's a little hard on the cars. And 2 hours with basically a track to yourself, which luckily today we do have the track to ourselves. It's a lot. It's a lot. Mentally, you'll be pretty drained after 2 hours of pretty much straight driving.
For sure. No worries, man. I just want to give him a quick rundown.
Yeah.
Guys, you'll figure him out who he is after in due time. But
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is my first time at the track with the 318 Ti. I'm super excited and we're coming up on turn 1. I'm taking it easy for the first few laps to get used to the car. But as we kept going, we ran into some issues. No power steering, no hydro, handbrake was non-existent, so I had to upgrade some things. Let's see how it's going. I was only allowed to drift certain section of the track. I did get freedom after a couple laps, but Chris did like point off some spots, like corners that he wanted me to drift. So here I wasn't supposed to worry about here, but I just wanted to test myself. But this corner for the back section would be corner 1. Car comes around transition. I had too much lock there and I went into a full spin. But it's good because that's what we need the car to do. But with the power steering not being able to work, the car does not self-steer, so it doesn't come back around as fast as we would like. Even if I flick it with my hands, you can see right there I flick it, hit a transition, outside again, I'm trying to flick it down the hill. This hill right here is very tricky because if you come down the wrong way, you're over there. But I just take it easy and start in here. But I learned there's a couple things we have to do when we come back, and stay on the throttle. Whenever in doubt, throttle it out. So that's where we're at.
make it through there to come over the top, but then I can't blink. So I just want to. So that's where you're looking.
So right here is where Chris has started giving me some advice on how to take the track, where I'm supposed to be looking while I'm going down with the transition and etc. I was still fighting the car with the steering wheel and all that stuff, but I was able to get the car to counter, and without the self steer it was really hard, but I had to manhandle the steering wheel. Like, when in doubt, throttle it out.
No worries. It's fun, dude. Holy shit.
So the track was really wet and slick, which made for some challenging conditions. You can see me slipping and sliding as I tried to keep the throttle under control around the track. Without power steering, it was tough to manage the self steer, especially during the transition. It felt like I was lifting a heavy weight with a steering wheel. But overall, the car was doing what it was supposed to do, and we're learning a lot from these challenges. So I wanted to make sure the issue wasn't really with me, and it was actually the car. So I never ask anybody to drive my car. Like, that's like asking somebody to touch your wife. But I kindly asked Chris if he could hop in the car and go for a drive just to see if it's a me problem or if it's a car issue or if it's a skill issue. So he kindly, he went out. He said, let's do it. He went out and he he did drive the car better than I did. I'll admit that much, but I'll let you guys see the clip in a second. But yeah, so we definitely noticed that some things. but I learned a lot. Now it's just back to the drawing board to make some changes to the car. I'm thinking about installing a Z3 quick turn rack, or fix the power steering pump, try to go LF30 power steering pump. I also need to sort out the front caliper that fell off. I have a set of Weldeds that I'm going to change and fix the damages to the fuel line that happened at the end of the session. The car went off track, and we lost because the caliper was inside of the wheel. We went off the road, and then we lost the fuel line. It's a lot to do, but we'll get there. Stay tuned for the updates. We also lost the bumper, and yeah, nothing much but the front bumper and the fender right there. You guys could see the side of the fender was rubbing a little bit because the car was too low to the ground, but I know it's keeping the car low. It's a good center of gravity, but I'm going to bring her up maybe 3 inches in the front and 2.5 in the rear just to keep the car off the ground. It's going to look like a 4x4 car, but hey, a bumper and a whole day session, at least 15 plus laps. I can't be mad at myself, man. We had fun, and the only thing we lost was like a caliper and a bumper. Fuel line's a simple thing, and fuel filter is a simple fix. But yeah, that was a good overall day at the track, and that's where we're at. Now we're just gonna make sure the truck is strapped up properly, all the tie straps are strong and stuff like that. And yeah, just want to thank the Chris Knapp family and the Knapp family. Actually, I just want to thank them for giving me the time of day on the track and just making sure everything was good. Him and his dad stayed there and just made sure I was good the whole day to the track to myself. So, and he did accommodate me. He started us early and everything. That's just me checking right now, making sure the straps are intact and it's good to go on a trailer. But yeah, shout out to the guys at Etown.